Awesome. Well, welcome again. So I'm going to share my screen because we're just going to use the presentation as we go through and to give a little form to this. So you've probably heard about different frequency devices. This one blew me out of the water as far as all the different options that we have with this. There's so much accessibility, and that's what we're excited to introduce to you tonight. It is a biofeedback quantum resonance technology in the palm of your hand. So that's a big difference. Maybe you can go to different clinics or doctors to have different modalities similar to this, but this is something you can use at home for your friends, family, for yourself, clients. It's amazing. So tonight we're going to cover why are we here sharing this? What is the AO Scan Mobile? How does it work? And how you can experience a free scan for yourself. Because we can talk about it all night, but you've got to experience it firsthand, just like Heather did, who's joining us tonight. She just had her scan yesterday. You've got to do it firsthand. And it was Steph here that first introduced it to me. I was actually struggling with vertigo at the time and looking for any solution I could to get me out of a bedridden state. I was having to cancel on clients. It was like a nightmare for me. But I'm like shopping these frequency devices, comparing them, and also muscle testing what's highest and best for me to get. And I felt like this was the right one. So I used it for a week. And after that week, my vertigo has left and it hasn't come back. This was early December. I didn't know it, but that was still kind of like prototyping, rolling this out. But the full launch of this happened January 20th. So, and Stacey, do you want to share anything about your experience with the device?
Sure. Hi, I'm Stacey Ellie. I am also a registered nurse and I'm also a body code practitioner. And so I've had experience with, I used to be also a certified neurofeedback practitioner, and I worked in a holistic wellness center where we had a frequency practitioner large device called a BioScan SRT. And so I'm familiar with frequency devices, and I also have a Healy also. And so if anybody has any questions between the Healy and the AO scan, I can always share with you my experiences. But what's funny is with me, when I was shown this device, it just blew my mind. I couldn't even believe how awesome it was. But I have had mine since I bought it when it was in beta testing also. It was right around beginning of December. And so I just really wanted to try it with a bunch of different people. And so I would be like, if somebody would be like, hey, I got a headache, I'm like, can I try these frequencies? And so I have really found some really amazing things. The biggest ones that I have really seen are with the Cepheid programs, where you can send them over the quantum field through scalar waves. I literally have been, literally in another side of the country from somebody, and been able to send them frequencies for different ailments. And I use it with my kids all the time. I mean, just to give you an example, like just a simple one, my son has issues with, he's 8 years old and he has issues with constipation. And literally I will send him the frequencies for constipation and digestion, and literally like he's in the toilet within about an hour. And so that's just like one small one, but I see stuff all the time, and it's beautiful. So
Yeah, it truly is. And it's funny, I've been experiencing that. I've been having breakthrough with people for constipation lately, and I keep getting these little poop emojis thanking me. Anyway, if you're in healthcare, if you care about lining up the body, all these systems, we want them to run well. And just wait, we've got all sorts of options that can help support all of our systems. So I'm just gonna pull this down. Okay, there we go. Admit. I get to digital DJ, so forgive me if I'm like doing all the things, bringing the people in, all, as we go through. So we want to start with a little background. What is this thing? And let's roll back to Albert Einstein. He said the future of medicine is the medicine of frequencies. Interesting. That's a major conclusion he had. The AO scan uses safe and effective quantum resonance technology, including scalar waves, radionics, and vibratory acoustics that are based on the discoveries of scientists like Nikola Tesla, Dr. Royal Rife, and Albert Einstein. So the AO scan identifies specific frequencies in the human body and has compiled a database of more than 120,000 different frequencies. These frequencies are the same in every person. Every cell and organ in the body has their own distinctive vibrational frequency or oscillation. When these oscillations are disrupted, whether by injury, diet, stress, or emotion, it results in a disruption of the biological function, which, when not addressed, can bring about fatigue, depression, illness, disease, and even death. So over the past 20 years, these vibrational frequencies have been isolated, identified, and cataloged. Knowing what the optimum oscillation is or frequencies of these cells and organs are can assist in determining the root cause of an individual's health status when these frequencies are compared to the individual's scan results. So also knowing what that frequency is, therefore we can also know what frequency the body needs to be sent to bring it back into a more a more holistic, healthy state. So we're going to cover the different features that are in the device. It's funny already, that image is outdated. We took that photo in January. It's just so exciting to be part of something that just keeps getting better and better. And again, launched January 20th. You can keep that in mind. So you really are like one of the first people to hear about this. It's fun to be pioneering with this. So the four main features are inner voice, vital scan, comprehensive, and Cephi. This is subtle energy frequency imprinter. We're going to go through each one, and I'm going to demonstrate them here in just a minute for you. I just want to give some understanding before I show it to you. So the inner voice, this records over 2,000 frequencies in your voice, over 12 octaves in only 10 seconds. And it discovers emotional imbalances that are also linked to physical imbalances. Yes, our emotions can be a huge influence on our physical body. A 4-page report is generated, and for balancing harmonics, these recordings are immediately accessible and can be emailed. So that's what I do with my clients. As soon as I record their voice, I email that to them. They get 4 songs, and you want to listen to these first thing in the morning and last thing before you go to bed. It helps to bring more balance and harmony to your body. So this helps improve concentration, creativity, mindfulness, emotional intelligence, and stress management, and interpersonal relationships. Lately, I've been using it in the thick of it when I'm feeling the stress or anxiety, and it feels like someone's almost comforting me. It's really comforting because the parts of your energy or emotions that are spiked, these harmonics are helping to bring that balance and bring you back to a clear frame of mind. I love it. So that's inner voice. And you can, like I said, listen to it morning, evening, whenever you're feeling upset. If your kids are upset, it's great for children. You can record their voice. Most kids love it right before bed, that they have like this night music that they know, okay, now I'm going to talk into this, and then I get the energy that helps put me to sleep. So for maximum benefit with these reports, it also talks about it in there what color your body needs. So this incorporates color therapy. And you can use these light wave optical colored glasses that are by Solex, the company. So that's another great thing to do. I do use these every day because I have all the colors, and then it just helps you wear them for like 10 to 15 minutes. It just helps balance out your state. Or you can wear the color. I needed yellow today. I'm wearing yellow because that was what I needed. So vital scan, this is like blood work, having blood work done, but it's totally non-invasive. We don't have to withdraw your blood. This scan analyzes the energetics of your blood biology in its natural state. Each item is scanned and identified as either in or out of range. The report includes CBC, cholesterol, vitamins, macro and micro minerals, toxicities, and more. This scan is best to do once a day, first thing in the morning for best results. You want to do it at the same time of day. And this one currently, until the end of March, we have like a double upgrade on the subscription. And so this currently scans 626 elements of your body. And then you can see, is it in and out of range? And the purpose of these scans are, number one, educational, very insightful to see what's happening in your body over time. You can see that, you're doing multiple scans, you can look at those reports and see what's consistently out of balance, and then therefore do something about it. Maybe you need some outside support, a new therapy, or could be like a homeopathic remedy that you need. All the things to bring actual thing besides frequencies. I love to apply the emotion code to it. Looking at my scan, I can see, okay, is there an emotional imbalance that is creating this thing that's been consistent? And then we release it. And sometimes, okay, next scan, you can see, oh, well, it was energetic, it was emotional. Awesome. Got rid of that. So the other reason this is outstanding, one, educational, two, sending harmonic balancing frequencies to 600 plus elements of your body. I can't do that in a single emotion code session. I can't muscle test all these details and then send exactly what those aspects of the body need. That's what I love about this. And the other major scan to understand what's happening in your body is the comprehensive scan. This is similar to an MRI, a CT scan, or X-rays. This scan analyzes the frequencies in your physical body, and the report ranks each item on a scale of 1 to 9, with 5 being the optimal vibration. And you can tap on the report and view the 3D anatomy of that particular body part. It's quite amazing. You can zoom in, zoom out, layer the body, see what does it look like to have just the looking at the bones or the muscles or the tendons. You can look and isolate each part. So the entire scan should only be performed like once a quarter or once a month, but you can select specific items to scan daily. Like we were talking about earlier, yesterday in her scan, we did her foot because she's had some imbalances in her foot. And it was really great to hear that she's not feeling the pain or discomfort the same way that it was before. So, and Stacy, do you want to jump in here on comprehensive or vitals before I keep moving along?
With these types of scans, I just, one of the things that I find with people that I'm working with is you have to really understand that it's a whole lot of information. And sometimes people will look at these reports and be like, oh my gosh, I'm dying. And so what you have to understand though is this is really just a quick snapshot of what's going on in your body right this second. And what we don't realize is, depending on our emotional state or anything, things change regularly. We just have a tendency to have our mindset kind of in the traditional healthcare world where it's like you do blood work every 3 months or once a year and different things like that. But this has the ability to really kind of measure what's going on with your body on a daily basis or once a week or once a month. And so I don't, if for me personally, I have a device, but I don't even look at these reports every day, because for me, it's scanning and it's sending me what my body needs. And so the more that you do that on a consistent basis is when it's really going to start nudging your body into balance. And that's where we really want to be, right? And so for me, it's like I take these reports more as a, once every 2 to 3 weeks or once a month, and really start looking at it. And then that's where I start looking at, do I need to supplement with this? Do I need to maybe go to the doctor and do some testing or different things like that? But you really can't take it as a diagnostic thing, but it's beautiful because, the vitals will pick up things like heavy metals and, mold and parasites and different things like that you would be spending thousands and thousands of dollars to be doing testing for. And so that is what is so beautiful about this device, is not only does it have the ability to really just quickly detect different things, but then also send you what you need right then and there. And then start, looking at, over a period of time, what's really going on with my body. So yeah, I've never seen anything like it in my entire life.
It's true. It's exciting.
Yeah.
I love it. So comprehensive. And then subtle energy frequency imprinter. So this is a frequency generator that broadcasts or imprints frequencies directly to people or objects. And it uses scalar waves and 0-point energy and Rife frequencies as well. There's 2 modes currently available and more are coming, but Quantum Reach has 30 options. These are like affirmations such as abundance, creativity, energy, pain-free memory or focus, sleep well, and inner peace. So who doesn't, this kind of blows my mind that I can tap a button for sleeping to help me go to sleep. I've had a few people through the day, they're like, oh, I'd like that one, or I sleep well, I need to sleep better. I'm like, well, you don't want to go to sleep just yet. So I'm going to wait till later today to send you that frequency. There's also sleep inducing. And these are just so helpful and supportive to bring, again, the frequencies your body needs for these different situations, including the quantum frequency has over 450 options that you can choose. It's directed at diseases or ailments or just any physical imbalance, ranging from acne, allergies, arthritis, blood pressure, low or high, bronchitis, cold sores. Actually did that one today. Digestion, hair loss, bacteria, and viral infections, including the viral infection that is going around these days. Pain, parasites, skin disorders, shock and trauma, urinary issues, so many things. And to be able, again, to just tap on a few buttons to address bladder inflammation and multiple things connected to that can be so supportive to help bring the body into greater balance. So I'm going to share and show a little show and tell. That's what I love when I am doing these one-on-one, when I'm doing the scans, is to show this to you. So this is the device. It is a military grade cell phone, and it is, so previously the bit larger AO scan that has been out for the last 10 years, you could purchase that for $38,000. It is no longer at that price. We're going to get to that here in just a minute. But this is a military grade cell phone. So when you get this and the subscription, you actually do have a phone as well. But our main and exciting features are right here. You may notice this is different than the others. We now have quick scan, which is so awesome. It combines multiple of these in one go, and you can just do that first thing in the morning and then in the evening. I mean, these came out like the evening one came out yesterday. So we've been like geeking out over that and these other things. So we're still playing with this. There's an energetic clearing and an energetic shield for any energy healers out there. You need this, the shielding, the clearing, wonderful features. There's a supercharger, focus, Zen mode, grounding, so many different ones. So this is just like a quick scan. I'm not going to go into all these details. I want to show you these other ones like inner voice. So this is where I can record my voice for 10 seconds. I normally would be talking just right here. And I want to say my name. My name is Juliana Malili. And I love this. I talk about something I love and something I hate, ideally, in those 10 minutes, 10 seconds. And then you can see the harmonics. You can see what's spiked. It's funny, if y'all knew how to interpret this, you have my details right here. So you can see that the ones that are spiked are out of balance. And then there's one that's most suppressed. That would be F sharp. So what does that mean? How does that translate? Well, you look at your reports. And the first page, you have a description of what the inner voice is. And then you can see on the report which part of the body is most affected, what is emotionally imbalanced, and then what color is needed to bring balance to the body. So you can see like right here, I need some more orange in my life. Did you see how fast that was? Like scan, boom, there's the results. And most importantly from this one, again, the balancing harmonics, that you want to listen to these to bring more harmony to your body. I'm just turning it up. It's like meditative music. It's really quiet and chill, and it's just great to listen to. So that's the inner voice. And then right here, you can also, next is the vitals. And this is where like the blood scan. And so I can, like, I'm doing this actually without the headset, although optimally you want to have this on your head. Anyway, you get the idea. This is the bone conducting headset right here. It just sits on the bone in front of the ear. And then I would have it plugged in, but you can do it through the quantum field. So this is just ideal. This is the most accuracy. If you're not too concerned with the accuracy, it's just a little bit less reduced accuracy, then you can still use use it without the headset. But I like to do it when I can, when I have this with me. So I scan for 1 minute. As it's scanning, you can see what elements of the body it's doing. And then after that, I will optimize right here. And then again, we can send those reports immediately. So yeah, this is how this one works. And then I'm just gonna optimize. And anything else you want to jump in here with, Stacy, as I'm going through?
What I like about the vitals and the comprehensive scan too is if you're really, really, really wanting to focus on, let's say in the vitals, a certain area, like a lot of people are dealing with like Epstein-Barr and viral stuff. You can pick certain areas to target. And so if you're really, really focusing on one thing, you really don't even have to do the full one if you don't want to. And so I love that so much, not only as a practitioner, but then also just to use on myself and my family, where let's say, you know, my son has digestive issues. So I really want to scan and optimize his digestive function, or his digestive system kind of thing. And so you don't really have to do the full everything bells and whistles. You can really target it to certain areas or certain things that you're working with. And so like people, let's say, that have mold toxicity, you could really just do, you know, the toxicity stuff and not do everything else. And so that's what's so beautiful about it, is just the fact that you can target it in certain ways.
Yeah, it's so great. And here's just how that report looks. In the middle is the after. And we're going to do exactly what you're describing here in just a second. We're going to target a specific area. And then this one as well, you've got the scan I did like 2 minutes ago. You guys saw me do that scan. These are the things that were found to be out of balance. And then here in the middle, we can see, was it helped by the frequencies? Looks really good right here. Occasionally you'll see before and after, like it be red, 2 reds in a row. This is like something to note. It's not something to get super upset about or run straight to the doctor with. We want to see, is that consistent in your scan? And then occasionally you'll see where it was green and it moved to red. And that is just a temporary imbalance. The body can sometimes pull energy from other parts to bring more healing to the other areas. So that would go back to normal, like in a further scan. So you can see a lot of information. And again, all these details, it just keeps going. Just know a way to understand what's going with the body. And then you can tap, like I did just here, you can tap on the left side and, you know, you're looking at something. Most of these have a description right now. Here, vascular elasticity. I don't know what that is, so I need to read about this. I'm really grateful for the descriptions tucked into that right there. So that's vitals. And then comprehensive, again, want to wear the headset. Although, yes, this can be done from a distance. I mean, I did a scan today in the country of Jordan, and I think I've got another country tomorrow, but you can do it all over the world. You don't have to have this, but it just, again, improves the accuracy of it. So custom scan, again, deselect all. Let's just select my upper body arteries, and then we'll do my ears. So I'm going to scan. Oh, I did actually do this one earlier. So I'm going to just show you my report. I did this a few minutes ago. So you'll see on this one, optimal is number 5, and overactive is going to be a number 1. I know this is backwards on your screen, so sorry about that. But overactive, sorry, is number 9. Underactive is number 1. So you can see where it falls on that rating. At a glance, to me, not medically trained, but curious about what's going on with my body, I'm looking for things that are double reds, like this one, which happens to be my left superior thyroid artery, which I tap on that, and maybe you don't know where your left superior thyroid artery is. Let's find out if my thing will load. And maybe pull up one of your scans, Stacy, from comprehensive if you can, and we may need a screen share. Because the fun also with brand new technology is that they are still working the bugs out. And I sometimes it does freeze up or it doesn't act exactly as we want it. But this is part of the pioneering element. Let me know if you're able to pull up the body there, because that would be a better view on your computer.
Give me just like, I have my phone here, but or I have my device. Let me see if I can do it. I have a report right here. Let me see if it'll pull up.
Cool. Yeah, because it's just so cool to see this. I'm going to jump over and find one of mine as well.
Yeah, so I don't know if you can see this very good. Okay, and so when it first pulls up, my ring light's it's kind of hard to see sometimes, but it will literally pull up, and you can move it around. I'm like trying to do this with my hands while I'm looking in here, but like this one is the caudate nucleus. I don't even know what the heck that is. And so it will literally show you where it is. It's something in the brain. And then you can, I don't know if you all can see this very good. It's hard to see, but you can literally like layer it and see like with the skin and all that kind of stuff. And so the cool thing about it too is you can literally play around with it and move it around and do all kinds of stuff. And what's interesting is with these reports, when it's emailed to somebody, the email is interactive also. And so they can, like the vitals, they can pull up those definitions with the actual, anatomy. They can, they can play around with the 3D version and all that kind of stuff. And so it's really neat because it's also an educational tool, because I mean, I'm a nurse and I even took anatomy, but I don't even know what half this stuff is, or I don't remember. So
It's true. It's just awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, and here's another, if you guys can see this one a little bit better. You can just slide it apart. Oh, okay, there we go. You can see like this again, that was that artery that we were talking about. And then, yeah, you can layer different elements of the body and see what's going on, really isolate. Oh, okay, although maybe someone diagnosed you with one thing, but yet consistently on your scan, it could be something different. So it could be really insightful for what's actually going on. I like how you can isolate it right down to, okay, well, what is the thing I'm actually looking at? You can see it right there. Spin the body around where it is. Cool. That you got to ask yourself as we're going through, what do you have in your resources that does anything like this, that gives you this kind of information? I just scanned an ear, my ears and some arteries, and there's so much detail, and that just took like 2 minutes. So like Stacy said, you can get overwhelmed with the detail, and maybe you just want to use this as a therapeutic benefit, which is wonderful to do. And then the last one is Cephi down here. This is my favorite because I'm using it all through the day. As you can see, these two are currently live. More to come, like quantum chakras and quantum flowers, Bach flower remedies. All this stuff. So yes, I could turn on frequencies right here with these two drop-down menus. I want to show you how we can imprint. We can erase an object. We tap on this, and then we can start to erase it. What do I mean? Let's say your jewelry. Let's say we wanted to program jewelry is great to release, take off, clear the frequencies from it. Gems, crystals, water, sugar pills. All these are great to clear those frequencies from. And so like I just cleared it, it like implodes, I can hit stop. And then this red button right here, I can imprint. So just placing this here and holding it there for like 20 seconds, it's imprinting the very frequencies my body needs from the scans I just did. And if I wanted to, I'm sorry, I normally have a supplement right here. If I wanted to imprint my supplement, the frequencies of that onto this item, or with supplements, I like to put them onto consumables like water. You can put that supplement here. Preferably, it's like in a little glass container, like vitamins or anything else that supercharges your body. And then you can put those frequencies on here. So I love this feature. To me, this was like a Star Trek device. Like, y'all serious? Because I knew nothing about frequencies, and I'm like, you're doing what? Like, so if you are feeling me, if you're in that boat, I feel you. I know how it goes. So you don't have to like believe all that all in one go, but either way, this is available. What I love here is this. We've got this fractal amplifier that is like sending you affirmations. So again, I like to say choose whatever you need. If you guys are aware, there's a lot of negative energy in the air, in our radio waves right now. This is going to help combat that. These are sending the frequencies your body needs to come back to health and life. So let's do perfect recall. I don't use that one as much as I should. I can, hit 2 minutes. When I'm doing this, I'll make sure to turn the volume all the way down. If you guys have a new phone, always when you're running these, turn that volume down because there are some funny noises. It sounds like it just doesn't sound very great. So then again, put your ring, put your things right here to be imprinted on the screen, and it just needs to be there for like 20 seconds, and then it gets imprinted there. So for anyone who is a practitioner and you do a scan live, be sure while you're doing this part to program their rings, their jewelry, or something they're wearing so that they can get the added benefit of taking the frequencies with them on something that they will be on their body. So there's that. And then quantum frequency, again, 450 imbalances with the body. It's just awesome. I'm still getting to know all of these because it really does take some learning. Okay, what would be best? What would you share about these, Stacy? Anything to add?
Yeah, these these are the ones that just blow my mind. So there is one for the current virus of which we cannot name and say, but between myself, and Hannah and Steph and us, we have seen some really cool stuff with that. I use it honestly with my kids all the time because there are frequencies for fever, like I said before, constipation, all of these things. Now, I have seen stuff I've seen some really amazing outcomes with acute type conditions. However, there is some frequencies in there for more chronic stuff. But I have not had the chance to use it with somebody pretty regularly to really give you some like amazing testimonies that way. But it's amazing. I can give you an example when Juliana was talking about imprinting frequencies. Hannah, who is one of my best friends, who's on our team, the thing that sold her on getting the device was somebody came and actually demoed the device at this holistic clinic that we used to work at. I was not there, but I don't even know that they even scanned her, but she has cystitis in her breast, and they imprinted the frequencies for cystitis like on her ring, on her wedding ring. And like she didn't even think anything of it, put the ring on, and then like literally was like within a few days later was breastfeeding her daughter and was feeling around and was noticing that the cyst was gone. And so, for her, that was just wild. And, we would have conversations about that because in the past she would have to go full on plant-based diet, and she would have to do all of these things to try to get this under control, and it would take a long period of time. And so this just totally blew her away. And so we do see some really amazing things with these Cepheid frequencies that are just almost kind of beyond like comprehension. It's like, and so with me, like a lot of times I'll just be like, somebody will like, I had somebody text me, over the holidays, I was in Missouri and she was here in Texas, and she's like, I have this sinus headache that I've tried everything for. And she's like, can you try? And I'm like, sure, let me see if I can send you some frequencies. And so I love trying that kind of stuff with people because every single time I see like really amazing things. And, this is sent over scalar waves, the quantum field. You don't even have to be on the phone with them. As long as you have them in there as a profile, these frequencies know how to find people anywhere in the world, okay? It's just like, your signature is basically your name and your picture, okay? And so it's just like that, that's your frequency signature, and it's just like a cell phone. It can find you anywhere in the world. And so then it becomes, how many people can I help with this? And that's how I am. How many of my family members and my friends can I help with something like this? And so it's just been an amazing experience with these frequencies. I use the quantum reach ones all the time. I use the abundance one all the time. I use the sleep one all the time. When I'm working during the day, there's an amazing one called like determination, finish, and I think it's like three of them. It's like determination, finish, and something like that. That one really helps me like really stay focused and stuff like that. And so I use it all day long. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really great. And yeah, this is where for anyone who may have gotten their phone recently, or their device, you can create your profile and then also create clients' profiles and so on. And then that's once you've got again that profile, it's only one in like 2 trillion possibility of there being a copy of that. So it's similar to, let's say we dial the phone, 50 years ago, if you tried to explain how cell phones would work and how they currently work, someone would be in shock that you are able to dial from this wireless thing and connect to someone with video, you know? This is like that on an energetic standpoint when we're connecting with a person in the quantum field, and we are just dialing their number by having their profile in here. So it really is simple when you really get into all the science behind it, but it blows our minds right now because we've just not seen it done like this. So this is the device. I want to mention, as it says right here, the AO Scan mobile device is not a medical device and does not diagnose, treat, or cure any disease. And I can't emphasize that enough because officially that is where we have to stand. Despite any testimonies, that does not guarantee any results. And if you have something specific, will it help this? I don't know, but the whole thing is, let's see. Let's try it. Let's see how it could bring some harmony to your body. That is true for most or all of holistic health. We get to approach it with, I don't know, I can't make any claims, but I can say, let's just try. So I have just a couple of slides that I wanted to share with you, and then we'll wrap up here in just a minute. Again, if you guys are having any questions as we're going through, feel free to type that into the chat. So we did this subtle energy frequency imprinter. And there are ways that you can use this AO scan mobile device. So one, personally, if you just get it for yourself and for your family, that's awesome. That, to be able to support your relatives, your friends, to be able to, support and eventually pets as well. There's going to be a program for pets and even dental that's coming too. All the things. So personal use is awesome. You can use it as a complementary practice. If you're a wellness practitioner, you may want to offer this to your clients alongside what you're doing. Me, a motion code practitioner, a lot of my clients have already experienced their first scan. So when I start my session, I'm like, so what do you need today? So I put in their frequencies to start my session. These scans, like what you'll experience in a demo session with Stacy and I, that's worth at least $95. If you were to go to a place with the bigger AO scan, it would cost you upward of $200 to get scans done. So yes, you can charge for the scans, you can charge for the frequencies, because this is an awesome therapy that can help people have more balance. The fourth way you can enjoy this device is to promote and sell. You can become a quantum living advocate with Solix and earn a commission and bonuses from the sale of a device. And you'll notice we're not going to go into all that, the details of that networking side of this, because it is so fresh and new that there's not even like official presentations on that aspect of the business just yet, because it's just catching momentum. But it's awesome so far. It's been great for us as we've been sharing the device and truly helping people. So that are the ways that you can share it. Let's say you want to get one. If you're like, okay, stop talking. I want one of these, which it does take about a week to get it if you're in the States. It'll take about a week to get to you. But the AO Scan Mobile is $495. Yes, it's $495. You know, most cell phones you can't get for that price. The basic monthly subscription, because it does take some updating monthly and currently every week new things are coming out. It's $149, and that just got changed. I need to change this slide here. If you purchase before March 31st, 2021, we're in 21 now. This basic programmable subscription is automatically upgraded 2 levels to premium. So that's normally $199 a month. You'll be getting it for $149 for a year, as long as there's consistent payments made throughout the year. There's no obligation. You're not in a contract with this. You can cancel the subscription at any time. Know that if you cancel it within this year, you'll be back to the basics monthly subscription and not be at the premium level anymore. Just to note that. So if you want to become an affiliate with the company, it's $49 annually. And again, it's military grade. When you carry it, it feels like twice the weight of a normal phone. And it's waterproof. And at first I'm like, waterproof? And I'm like, oh, I know why now. Because I'm always putting my water and drinks on here, adding frequencies to it. So currently the membership and affiliate program is only available in the US. However, other countries can still purchase the phone and the subscription and use that via Wi-Fi. So that's awesome. And the international community is flocking to this. It's awesome to see. So if you're ready to experience a scan for yourself, then go ahead and get in touch with the person who's shared this with you and reach out to them to experience the scan for yourself. What you want to do is text them these details. You want to screenshot this right now if you can, to text these details, because sending them those details will allow them to create your profile before the session. And of course, Stacy and I are on this call. Lindsay's on this call. I know a few of you are good friends with Lindsay. Message Lindsay and anybody else. I don't know who else we have on the call that may already have a device. But this, by the way, we're going to be doing this call every other week. If you guys are like, okay, this was awesome. I have 10 friends that need to hear this. There will be more. We'll do more of these. So again, disclaimer, this information shared tonight is intended for personal use and not for the practice of any healing art, except where permitted by law. No representation contained in these materials is intended as medical device and should not be used for diagnosis or medical treatment. The AO Scan Mobile is not a medical device. As I said before, it does not diagnose, treat, or cure any disease. So we are so grateful to have you here today. And again, like Albert Einstein said, the future medicine is the medicine of frequencies, and we believe the future is here now. So we will just go to a few questions as we wrap up. And stop.
I'd like to add a couple of things too, if that's all right. You know, we kind of, you know, on the presentation, this quick scan thing has just been kind of implemented and upgraded that we've been waiting for a while. And one of the things that's interesting about the quick scan, and I know Juliana showed it to you, but you know, some of us as energy healers know how to muscle test, but most people don't. And what is so fascinating about this quick scan option is that you can actually input all of your supplements, your essential oils, your therapies, and those types of things, and then scan the frequencies from them. And so when, like in the mornings, when you do the, let's say the morning scan, it's so beautiful because what you do is you do hook yourself up to the bone conducting headset and you speak into it for 10 seconds, like you would the inner voice. But what it will do is it will literally give you a list of the top 4 supplements or oils or whatever that your body needs or resonates with right then and there. And so for people like, like me, I used to work at a holistic wellness clinic. And before I knew how to muscle test, we had a whole wall of hundreds and hundreds of supplements. And, consciously, I'm thinking that I need to take all of them. And, sometimes, that can be overdoing it if you're taking 20, 30 supplements a day just because you think you need it. And so it's really fascinating to have something like that will tell you, what do I really need right now? And along with that, what's so interesting too, I used to be a neurofeedback practitioner, so I know quite a bit about brain waves. And I was in a training recently with Lauren, who's the founder. And, when you actually use these scans in the morning and the night, what it's doing is in the morning, it's getting your brain waves up out of the sleep wave state so that you can really start your day. And, not only that, it's giving you like real quickly the frequencies that your body needs. And so, and then it even gives you the color therapy stuff that you need. And so it's like, you can do a quick scan literally within like 2 minutes maybe, or something like that. And all of a sudden you've got the supplements you need, the tones you need to listen to get your brain waves up and get you awake and going. And at night, the nighttime one was literally, what's today, Tuesday? It literally just dropped yesterday. I used it last night, and it was so amazing because my son sleeps with me when he's with me. And so I had him do the quick scan at night, and he was like asleep like that. And so it was awesome. And so it really, at nighttime, what it does is it'll take your brain waves from that active state, down to the theta and everything that you need to really help calm that brain down so you can just, relax and go to sleep pretty easily. And so it is just, it's so fascinating to me, just how it can be used like all the time in every day-to-day activity. Another thing I wanted to add, and this may be something that other people are interested in, but at some point, even at the practitioner level, they're going to have the ability to do thermography. And so for me, who is a nurse and a body code practitioner, I have cancer clients that literally spend, upwards of $700 to do thermography scans on a regular basis. And so, you do have to buy the hardware, or the camera. But, for me, I'm going to invest in the camera, and I'm going to go rent a room somewhere, and I'm going to be able to do cheaper thermography scans for people. And I just love the fact that I'm going to be able to bring that to more people, because I know that I've been wanting to do a thermography scan, but I don't want to spend the money on it. And so it's beautiful. It's also going to have a full dental program. And so think about, the holistic dentist that I mean, it's just so amazing. And I think at some point it's even going to have a pet program. And so it's literally this device, this handheld device. It's not only a cell phone, but it has the ability to just do so many beautiful, amazing things and help people and animals and everybody in so many ways. And so I just wanted to share that because it's just wild how this one device has the capability to do all of those things. So
it's true. Thank you for sharing. I love hearing your perspective, Stacey, because you bring so much to this conversation. Because as you guys can see, you can be a professional who understands every detail of what's going on, or you don't have to have a clue. In my case, I do find muscle testing helpful, but even if you're not into energy healing or any of these alternative things, you still can use this on a daily basis to help yourself, help your family. It's great. So it looks like we don't have any questions in the chat. So if you guys have anything else, feel free to type it in there. Otherwise, I think we will wrap up for tonight. And of course, don't hesitate to reach out to us. However you came to hear about this, whoever you heard from this, we want to have you at least experience the scan so you can see what it's like firsthand. So thank you all. Thank you for being here. So great to connect with you. And again, we will be doing this again in a couple weeks, and you know, maybe you'll have a device by then, and maybe you'll have some friends that want to be here on here. We all, I think, are part of a movement of helping our bodies heal themselves. And I'm excited to be here with you because this is powerful. We're doing great things. So thank you. Thank you all. Have a great evening. I'm waving. I know you're waving back. Good night.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks.